Good morning, everyone. Hello, 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 and welcome to What's New Wednesday at Kimberbell on this Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Middle of the month. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, so many fun things to talk about today. I'm so glad you joined me. Who do I have with me? It looks like Kathy from sunny, cool Tennessee and Kelly from Louisiana, y'all. She says, hi, Denise from White Lake, Michigan, and Margie from very cold La Center, Washington. Let's see. Jennifer is from mid Michigan and Cheryl from Nevada. Hi, Karen from Northern California and Marie from New York. Let's see. We've got, people are saying it's Bella Box Day. Yes, it's the 15th. So any of you that are on that list are going to be very, very happy here in the next few days. Let's see. Good morning, Denise from White Lake, Michigan. Did I say Janice from Northern California, Corinne from Chesapeake, Virginia, and the list goes on. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we've got lots of things to chat about, some new, some old, some all the things. I want this to be a public service announcement that today's the 15th. You have one more week. I'm telling myself that too. One more week to get in those quilts, the tiny hugs quilts for children and families who are going through difficult times. We want to have a goal of hitting 300 quilts donated from all you Kimberbellas. So don't forget to post your pictures and do a hashtag that says Kimberbell Tiny Hugs. When you put all three of those words together, Kimberbell Tiny Hugs, together with the hashtag, then we'll know that you did it and we can count it in our tally for the goal of 300. So one more week, the 22nd. I mean, obviously, you can do it any time of the year, and we hope you do, but we really, really, really want to hit that goal by the 22nd. So join me, join our crew, join your fellow Bellas and fellas in making that happen for a lot of special people. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into deals of the week because there's some good ones, and I know there's some that have already sold out. So if you missed Don't Miss Monday, which you shouldn't miss because it's called Don't Miss Monday, right? That's with Cassie, and she talked about some grab bags, some mystery bags, and some perfectly pieced boxes. Well, the mystery bags are sold out, so there's no longer those available for this month, but we do have 3 of the 4, I believe, perfectly pieced boxes still remaining, and we're talking into the smaller numbers here. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to machine embroider, well, how to piece your blocks in the hoop, or if you just love piecing in the hoop because you've got perfect accuracy and exclusive background quilting with it too, you may want to look into perfectly pieced. And now is the perfect time to try it out if you haven't before, because you can get these 3 boxes at 50% off. These are going to be sold on Kimberbell's website, so that's good news if you're wondering, okay, which website to go to, MeTime or Kimberbell. It's through Kimberbell's website, and it makes it really simple. We've made it simple because you can click on deals of the week, and that's where they are. So let me just briefly talk about them because Cassie talked about them in detail on Monday, but I don't want you to miss out because these are normally $60 and you can get them this week for $29.99. When you see everything that's included, you're not going to believe it. I mean, the background quilting alone is like half that price, right? So let's talk about the first one is the February. Oh my goodness, which one was February? Okay, now I'm getting my bags confused here. I think it was this one. Okay, let me pull this up. Let me pull up a picture. That might help me. Okay, yeah, I was right. So this is February, and this is the box. Okay, and here's some of the images of the beautiful projects you can do with them. Look at that piecing, my friends. And if you're not like, I mean, I love the fabrics, but if that's not your style, think beyond the fabric, right? Because now you're going to get all of these files to make these blocks in 4 different sizes. So you get a 2-inch block right there, 4, 6, and 8. Okay. And with those sizes of blocks, you can do all kinds of things. So let me show you in person some of those, because is that stunning or what? Again, if this isn't how you decorate, think about the block itself and the quilting you're going to get with it and make it all yours. But that is actually really, really beautiful, isn't it? So that's one of the things you could make. You could also, with a larger block, I love how they make these in like tumbles, so that they look so different on each one, don't they? So anyway, that's the first one. That's the February. Look at the background quilting you get with that. I'm just loving it, even for the background quilting, because look at those little quilt blocks there. And you get some borders there, and a quilt design that's specific for the block, because you're also going to be able to make 4 coasters. Too much fun. All right, so that's February's box. You're going to get everything you need, including, here we go. Look how cute these boxes are. You're going to get the fabrics, boom, 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 that have been specially curated for you. And one of those is from Art Gallery, which is one of my favorite companies ever for fabric. You get a spool of glide thread. You got this coordinating button pin that just dropped. You get the batting, and then, of course, the full color instructions. So anyway, kind of fun. Check it out, $29.99. You can't go wrong. You know, if you even wanted to start thinking about Christmas gifts right now, and you've got a quilter in your life, get them this box and just say, here you go. Here's the gift that will teach you all kinds of fun things about your embroidery machine. Okay, the next one that's available, I think we're very low on this one, but this is November's. And you guys, I'm telling you, so cute. Okay, let's look at the pictures real quick. Right here, we've got this beautiful pillow. We've got this framed scene that's an extra bonus project here. Oh, aren't those gorgeous peace trees? But look at it in person. Okay, there's the box. And then here's your fabrics. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Okay, you've got your spool of glide thread. Ooh, you've got some special little specialty star buttons. You've got your collectible pin with the piece block on it. And, of course, your full color step-by-step instructions. Boom. Okay, so what can you make with those? I showed you a few pictures here. I'm really making a mess now. You got to see these in person. First of all, look at the 4 block sizes you can make with this. Okay. Oh my gosh, we got the itty bitty tree. That's 2-inch. Can you imagine trying to do this on your sewing machine by yourself without and getting the perfect quarter inch? No. Let the embroidery machine handle that. Ooh, I can already tell I'm loving the background quilting on that one. Look at that. Isn't that something? And this one, 8-inch. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. Who do we appreciate? Kimberbell. Me time, I should say. Okay. Let's look at the background quilting files that you can get with this. So pretty. Oh my gosh, look at those borders. This is the quilting I was looking at on those blocks. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Okay. And then this all over quilting design. Again, if you were just to add up just what the quilting background designs would be, it's like, this is a no-brainer, my friends. Get the fabric, get all the projects. The possibility of doing whichever project you wish. Oh my gosh, look at how cute that star is on that tree. I love how this isn't like a very traditional color of like Christmas, because this feels like more wintry for me. But you certainly could change up that fabric alone if you wanted to make it pure Christmas, for sure. Okay, here's another one. Again, look at that all over quilting. And then, oh, this is my favorite quilting, right? This alone would have me buying this box. Look at that quilting. Look at that. There you go. You got a better idea of that here. Oh my gosh. And look at those fabrics. So you get the different sizes of peace trees. Too fun. Too fun. Okay, next. Oh, I can't forget. You also get the bonus project. You don't get the frame. Sorry. Couldn't fit it in the mail. Couldn't fit it in the box. But look how pretty that scene is. That's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, look at that. You could frame it. You could turn it into a table runner. You could turn it into a pillow. Lots of possibilities with that one. Okay, and then finally, the December one, we have a few left. Ooh, this screams winter to me too. I love those colors. Hey, those colors would kind of match with, would coordinate really well with Enchanted Winter, wouldn't they? Look at that. Ooh, look at that flying geese, wonky flying geese block. And that's the special project with this. Oh, that would be perfect for gifting, right? This little basket and then that. Okay, you got to see it. Here we go. Here's the box. Oh, hold on. Ta-da! Here's the fabrics. Oh, that's screaming my name right there. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Don't you love how the Me Time team curates these fabrics? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Of course, your spool of thread, your collectible pin that matches the block itself, your full color step-by-step instructions, and then look at the cute little bag that you can make. That's adorable. Think about all the different fabrics you could use for a basket like that, and then be able to gift someone something special in there. Then you've got the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8-inch blocks. You get the background quilting for those borders. Looks like that's the all over quilting for the specific block itself. And then this all over quilting, which obviously could be used on so many other things, right? And then look at how they tossed and tumbled these to give you more ideas of what you could do with them. Is that stunning or what? This would make, they made this one into a pillow, but I think that would be a beautiful table topper with, you know, a centerpiece right smack in the middle. Gorgeous. $29.99, guys, for all of this. That's crazy. Look at that. Again, another stunning table topper with something smack right there. Ooh, that's beautiful. Wonky geese blocks, you guys, in the hoop. You gotta love it. And then, oh, okay, this might be my favorite. I love just the feeling of it all over, kind of like the wind, right? And then you can see that beautiful background quilting on there. All right, so while supplies last, if we have extras, then we put them out there for you. We want you to give it a whirl, as I like to say, give it a try, and see what you think about piecing blocks in the hoop. That's crazy. How many of you guys have done piecing in the hoop with the perfectly pieced subscription? But this week, you don't need a subscription. Just try out 1, 2, 3 boxes. You got it, right? Okay, yeah. Kathy says, so hard to decide. I want them all. Well, good news, Kathy, you can. Maybe, possibly. Like I said, I think the one of them sold out. I think it was the October from what I've heard. So anyway, there we go. There we go. Oh, Mary Ellen, you're so right. She says making flying geese in the hoop takes the factor out of making them. It's so true, right? Makes it so easy. And again, you got to see beyond just these fabrics. You got to see beyond just these blocks and projects. think of like larger quilts that you can make with such a theme. Beautiful, just beautiful. All right, everyone. Well, that's today's deal of the week, or this week's deal of the week. If you didn't catch it on Monday, go on over to the website, click on kimberbell.com, deal of the week, boom, there. That is where you will find them. All right. You guys, I am so happy to see this. Like, this really made me giddy last night when I was looking at, what I wanted to show for Sew and Tell with Kimberbell. And you guys are killing it with the Enchanted Winter projects that are coming in. And not only the original Enchanted Winter design, but also your take on Enchanted Winter and doing even more, going off-roading, like I like to say, right? Going off-roading and trying it in different fabrics and different layouts and different projects itself. So inspired with a little bit of Sew and Tell with Kimberbell. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Strap on your seatbelts, guys, and put your thinking hats on because there's quite a few that I want to go through. We'll go through them fairly quickly, though, but I want you to be inspired that even if you're thinking, well, I'm not sure if that specific quilt size, the 40 by 40, works for my space, or maybe those colors, I love them, but maybe I want to try a different set of colors with them. It's all good. That's what it's all about, right? And so I love that people are getting the original one done as is. That's what I've got as well. And I love it. I love the soft colors of the blues and the purples and lavenders, which normally isn't my thing. But for like a winter quilt like that, it was perfect in this setting. But you guys have also taken it to a whole nother level with some other colors. So let me show you a few of you that have gotten it done. Wanda, I'm so proud of you, Wanda. She did it in the original as is, and it's beautiful. And I'm really impressed that you made it so fast because this did not come out that long ago. So you are on it. Way to go, Wanda. Okay, this one. Ooh, I love this from Cheryl because she turned it into a ladder quilt. See, guys, this is what I love about Kimberbell projects is they're so versatile and they can like change into it. I mean, you could put that into a bench pillow if you wanted, but look at that ladder quilt from Cheryl. Let's take an up close look at that. Oh, and she also mentioned that she put a little, was it a cross stitch design? I can't remember, of the bear that you see smack in the middle. So that was her own addition to a quilt that was, created by Kimberbell, but then she added her own special sauce to it by adding that grizzly bear in the middle, and it's perfect. It's perfect. So let's look at the second half of that. Nicely done. So if you're thinking, oh, a ladder quilt might be for me, go check out Cheryl's post on machine embroidery with Kimberbell. Now, Sue, my friend, Sue. I've never met Sue in person, but I would call her my friend because I see her posts often here. And she made the cutest little stand-up figures as she was waiting for her fabric. So Sue from the Villages, I think this is awesome. And look at that. She has a sweet little deer and penguin. I also saw that she had put them in like a snow globe type theme, which I thought was really cool. And then to make the stand for it, she just did it with some pipe cleaners. Brilliant. Love it. Way to go. Now, Sue also, while still waiting for her fabric, which I hope that fabric has come now for you. But this she did with making just the welcome winter block, just that one single block in the hoop to make a little mini pillow. So fantastic, right? Oh, just love it. Love it. Love it. She used some background quilting for the back side of that. And there you go. I love it, Sue. Way to go. Oh, she also added a little bling, as you can see, to that mini pillow. Very, very cool. Okay, this one comes from Kathy, and she said that she was in, let's see, Yeah, she was inspired by someone else's post. I think it was Sharon's post, which I'll show here in a minute, of the let's chill idea. And so she took two of the blocks, the snowman and the penguin, and had them holding hands and put them together on this darling little sweatshirt. I think that was so clever. So, speaking of Sharon and what she did with Let's Chill, let's see. Yep, that was Sharon. And she took the two little penguins and put it on a jacket for her granddaughter. Isn't that adorable? Oh, that's cute. Speaking of putting it on clothes, Sharon also found this denim top, darling top on you, Sharon. And she bought that, I believe, from Walmart, she said. And then she put those designs from Enchanted Winter. Guys, see, this is why we love sharing the possibilities. It's because you got to think beyond the quilt. Think about the appliques themselves and think what else you could use them with, or what, colors to put them in, and such. That is so, so beautiful, Sharon. Way to make that top just so elevated. Okay, and then a couple more. I was so inspired by just the changing of the colors that people had with this. This one comes from Carol, or Carell. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Carell or Carol. Here we go. She took some bunny hill fabrics, which I think are beautiful. And this is very, I would say, a little more non-traditional, because even though it's got the reds and the greens and the blues, it has a whole lot of florals in it, right? And I love it. I love it. I love everything about this. You know me, I'm Scrappy Happy. Scrappy Happy Kim is my name. And the more scrappier, the better. And the more, different florals and lines and textures and dots and stuff, I'm all over that. And I know you guys were inspired by this too. I saw a whole lot of comments on this yesterday. And again, it just goes to show you that you can do it in any kind of colorway and it's going to be gorgeous. And then finally, oh my goodness, my friend Diane, she killed it again. Love it, Diane. Look what she did with that. Not only did she turn this more into a ladder quilt, but she did it in like red and black buffalo check. Oh my gosh, I died when I saw that. So, so cute. I mean, that penguin, my goodness, I thought he was cute and blue and purple. And now I'm like, oh no, I've got to do something else with buffalo check and red and black and white and cream and gray. So cute, right? Look at the house. Oh my goodness. Were you guys inspired? Are you inspired? Look at that. So, so cute. Way to go, Diane. All right, guys. Are you loving it? Yeah, I know. You guys are like, love it, love it, love it. Such cute ideas. I know. So if you are looking to be inspired even more, go on over to our Facebook page called Machine Embroidery with Kimberbell. And that's where you're going to find all of these pictures and a whole lot more that constantly, you inspire me every single day with your pictures. So please keep posting them. All right. Okay. And yeah, love the colors. Okay, Shelly, I couldn't agree with you more. Love the colors people are using, but I also love the original fabrics. Me too. I love it all. It's so fun to see the possibilities, right? But certainly the blues and the purples have my heart for sure. All right, everyone. So that is Sew and Tell. Let's talk about new background quilting. We're going to switch gears here quickly for a moment as we talk about new background quilting for the week. Oh, there's some cute ones, you guys. There's two new ones. Okay, this one, I have one word for it. Precious. Precious. It is as sweet as can be. Look at the angels. Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay, that is so, so cute. It's a large scale quilting design. And guess what? That would be perfect for tiny hugs, wouldn't it? Just get some, just some, maybe some flannel fabrics even, make it even cozier. And, you could just do big blocks. You could just do one big, yard and a half of fabric for a little quilt and put those angels all over. That is just as sweet as can be. And as I say, precious. And then another brand new one that's large scale that, again, you can't have enough florals in your life, my friends. Look at these florals. That is just dainty and sweet, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I can see that being used for a whole lot of things. So that is also brand new from Kimberbell. And don't forget, I'm going to remind you, we have 7 more days to hit our goal of 300 quilts donated to Tiny Hugs. You don't have to use Kimberbell background quilting for it. We're showing you those as, ideas. But if you've got some other types of quilts that you would like to donate, absolutely donate them. Hashtag Kimberbell Tiny Hugs, so that we will be able to tally that and see if we've reached our goal. Yeah, you guys are loving the flowers. Me too. Love it, love it. Spring, happy, summer, any time of the year. Baby, those flowers will fit the bill. Okay. Okay. Craft night is coming up. Craft night. So, craft night, mark calendars. It's next Thursday, October 23rd. Okay, I get home from a trip like on Saturday. So I got some work cut out for me. But I have a plan for next Thursday. Cassie and I will be showing you some fun projects, and the theme of it that Thursday, again, it's the 23rd at 4 p.m. Mountain Time on Facebook or YouTube. The theme of it is easy appliques, because we have a new series of easy appliques. But it goes far beyond just the easy applique, because we're not just going to do one easy applique. Oh no. I don't know what we've done. We have set ourselves up for disappointment. I don't know. Because how do you keep making the stuff? Well, somehow it happens, and we want to inspire you. So we're using easy appliques as our theme, but then we are going to take it a few steps beyond that. Join us Thursday, October 23rd, to find out what we do with easy appliques. Because yes, we're going to make it easy, but yes, we're going to add a few more elements to that and hopefully inspire you. So join us for that. Oh, I also have some good news. I know some of you have been asking about, can we get like the poem that I did last time for craft night, where I took Enchanted Winter and I made it into a quiet book. I've got the poem for you. It's being put together into a blog post that's actually going to come out this Friday. Jenny, let me know. It's this Friday. She's going to put all that information together in a blog. I also gave some links and tips in that blog post that Jenny's pulling together for me. And you can get all the information on that quiet book on Friday. And then another thing that you had asked for was the gingerbread table runner that I did 2 craft nights ago. How did I do the quilting? What sizes were the blocks and such? That is coming out on the next Friday's blog, which is October 24th. So the day after craft night. So if you're looking for any of those projects, that's where you'll find them. I think Cassie has some coming up as well on the blog. And of course, the recipes that we share on craft night, we also will put on blog. So anyway, check those out this Friday and the next Friday. Okay, next segment. Woo! For today. Why does this always happen when I'm on live? It's bound to happen, a cough attack. Okay. Anyway, yes, Kim Enriquez, the recipe for the apples and the almond paste, that should be up any day if it's not already. I'm not sure. Maybe Jenny is watching this. She can let us know in the comments when that blog post is coming out, or if it's there. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was a good recipe, wasn't it? Can't wait to try it myself, making it. Okay, this next segment, I was thinking, okay, what's another kind of fun segment we could put into on a regular basis, or, every so often, throw this in there into What's New Wednesday, especially if we don't have like a brand new theme that's coming out like that day, right? But I know you guys are busy working on Enchanted Winter. I'm sure it's totally okay, right? But I thought, ooh, let's do a segment called, are you ready for it? In a Jiffy. I don't know. I know it sounds silly. In a jiffy, in a quick hot minute. I don't know. Lickety split. I don't know what it's good. What this is all about is, hey, I want to inspire you with something that you can do in a jiffy or lickety split. Okay. Anyway, humor me, my friends. So I thought, let's talk about yeah, Cindy, in a New York minute. Okay, yes, that totally works. Quick projects for gifts. Okay. Yes, these are in a jiffy, quick projects for gifts or your home or whatever. That's kind of the idea behind it. So I took some themes that are from past projects and said, what can we, how can we make this into a in a jiffy segment? So are you ready? The first in a jiffy segment is because Halloween is around the corner. Yes, I know. But I wanted to show you that Jenny from the blog, she's going to post the recipe soon. Stay tuned. Thank you, Jenny. That's awesome. Okay. All right. Then okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the first in a jiffy idea. And you might look at it and go, that's not in a jiffy, Kim. That might take me 3, 4 a weekdays. No, it doesn't. I promise you. But I'll tell you why it's in this segment. And that is home is where the haunt is, 22 by 22 inch pillow. Okay, this is a instant download. So that's the first reason why it's in a jiffy, because you'll get it immediately. Okay. But I want you to think beyond this pillow. Could you get it done in a weekend? Absolutely. Could you get it done in a day? Yes, you could. You might have someone bringing you food and and throwing you snacks, but you could get this done in a day. There's no doubt about it. Okay. I was so inspired a few years ago to make it in a different colorway that I thought, oh, this was on my bench this morning. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'll show it. But here's why it fits into this segment is because I want you to think about the possibilities with the appliques themselves. If you don't want to do the full pillow, which I mean, come on, that full pillow is pretty darn cute, right? Mind your mummy. But if you want to think just appliques, then I want you to look at it a little bit differently, right? What could you do with just the appliques? One of my favorites is home is where the haunt is. It's just cute, right? A cute saying. It's a cute little design. Again, if I'm thinking of an in the jiffy project, I'm going to put that on a tea towel, right? If I'm thinking about an in the jiffy project, I might take this and instead of doing it in like Halloween fabrics, I might make it more fall-like and put that along the hem of, a table runner, like on each end of a table runner. This one, oh, I forgot to bring it. It's downstairs actually. But what I did with this little mummy a few years ago is I made the mummy itself, which is so cute, right? But then I cut around it and then I glued it to a black pail, a black pail. And it became like a cauldron that I could put Halloween trick-or-treat candy in when kids came trick-or-treating. So that's why this fits the bill for in a jiffy. There you go. Or have someone help you eat and you work on this all day long. Okay. That's so fun. So boom, right there. It's called Home is Where the Haunt Is. That's something you could download today, start making today, and have some applique projects done in a jiffy or in a New York minute or lickety split, right? Okay. The other reason this was twofold. The other reason why I wanted to show you it as a 22 by 22 inch pillow is because I like to tease. I like to give a little teaser every now and then. You know that. And so the teaser for this week is that Yes, there's another 22 by 22 inch pillow coming out in December. So that's an early teaser, right? Um, a lot of you love the 22 by 22 inch size. And what we've done is taken older quilts that were originally a sewing version and they were originally a 40 by 40 size, and we've shrunk them down and give it a new little configuration to make it into a 22 by 22 inch pillow. So you've been saying, we need another one, Kimberbell, we want one. Okay, well, we got you, because in December another one is coming out. See if any of you, if you are like, have been Bellas and fellas for many, many years, you're going to recognize maybe a few things from an old 40 by 40 quilt that we've reconfigured, reimagined, new fabrics and such, into a 22 by 22 inch pillow. And I'm going to show you a few little sneak peeks. Are you ready? They're not going to last long. So here you go. Here's one of them. Can anyone guess in the comments where this is coming from? It's an old 40 by 40 sewing version of a really fun quilt for winter, as you can tell. But that's all you're going to get today, guys. Anyone tell me in the comments where that came from? Dawn says, I made this. So you made the original 40 by 40 sewing one. Dawn, you are a true Bella right there. Yeah, it's not Enchanted Winter. It will coordinate with Enchanted Winter, but this is from, like, I would say maybe 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. So it's an oldie with the old version, but now it's going to be made all new again. Thank you, Cindy. Her first Kimberbell project was Home is Where the Haunt Is sewing version. Cindy, you've been with us for a long time, because that literally was like the first. That's pretty cool. Okay, so anyone else? Spill the tea, snow buddies. No. Verb buddies. No. And no, you guys, come on. Madeline says it was before my Kimberbell time. Well, okay, I'll let you know what it is. It's Let It Snow. It was the name of the original quilt. It's coming out again, all brand new stuff with it. But for the 22 by 22 inch pillow, you've got some time to get your other projects done, because it doesn't come out until December. So there you go. All right. Cindy says, I can see it, but I can't remember the name. Let It Snow. Let It Snow. Let It Snow. All right. Yes, Wendy, it was a wall hanging originally, and now it's going to be a pillow, and it's in new colors that will coordinate with Enchanted Winter if you want to have a whole little set of very fun snow-like stuff. So I'm excited about it. All right. The next, in a jiffy. Now, this is really in a jiffy, so I'm excited about this. Is also, I'm going to show you how it started and where it could possibly end. How it started, again, was probably back in 2011. This was a table runner, and it's for Halloween. So if you want the Halloween version of this table runner, then you can find it as a download. It's called the Not So Spooky Table Runner. Do you guys remember this? And all it was, here we go. Here, I'll show a picture first so that you can kind of see a little bit more of it, and then I'll show you in person here. Okay, does anyone remember ever making that? This was the Not So Spooky Table Runner. As you can see, there's just some fun little strips there, and then we used some rick-rack to have the spider hanging down, and then also we had the pumpkins along the bottom, okay? Now, it's available now as an embroidery version. Yes, we love that, right? So if you were to buy it today, this is what the spider would look like on there, and this is what the pumpkins would look like on there. Unfortunately, I don't have the embroidery version. I made it back in 2011 or 12 or whenever it was, with a sewing version. So that's what I have here, which is still super cute, right? But you can see this is before we had background quilting. This is when I was doing appliques the old-fashioned way. But you get the idea of why this could be done in a jiffy. Okay. And then it has it on each end. All right. So you've got a table runner. It's called the Not So Spooky Table Runner. This would be done so fast for Halloween. If you want to do this one, I think it's like $8 for the pattern and also for these quilting designs, okay, or embroidery applique designs, okay. So that's what that is. I love this because the pattern will also tell you that I think it just takes a few fat quarters, if I remember right, like maybe 5 or 6 fat quarters, and then I pieced the back with the remaining fabrics that weren't used on the front. Kind of fun, right? So that's how it starts. And you could get that done so fast. But now I want you to think about the possibilities of taking that same pattern and bringing it into Thanksgiving and fall, autumn time, right? So you just switch up the fabrics. And I wish I had had time to make one. I did not. My life is a little nuts right now. I'll tell you why. But anyway, I want to see you guys making this table runner in fall like fabrics, okay? Or Thanksgiving fabrics, because think about these. You would take off the spider. Yes, I don't want spiders in my house beyond October. All right. I have a feeling you guys would agree. So leave off the spider, leave off the rickrack, but use the base as your Thanksgiving base. And then you could even take the pumpkins and make those more fall-like. Take out the Halloween fabrics in there, like you see, and just make it an applique that's maybe just like a plaid. Ooh, wouldn't like a plaid flannel look so pretty on those pumpkins? That's what I'm thinking. But here's the beautiful thing about this is that, oh, you guys are so nice. Bring back that fabric. Yeah, that was a fun fabric. That was from many, many years ago. One of our original fabric lines that we came out with. Okay, but now let's talk fall again. I digress. I wanted to point out 4 of my favorite Thanksgiving / autumn fall background quilting designs that would be perfect for changing this up into something totally new. Okay, these would be it. 2 of these are small scale designs, and 2 of them are the large scale designs. And I love them all. In fact, if I do this, and I want to, because how easy would this be? And it would be perfect for November. I am thinking, well, I don't know which one I want, but this one, it says give thanks. This is called Thanksgiving 1, I believe. And that is an all over. You can use it with clear blue tiles. And I just love the little silhouette of the squirrels and the fact that it says give thanks and it's got the pumpkins and such. You could get that table runner done really fast with that background quilting. You could also use this one. This is also small scale. I love the pumpkins. I love the silhouettes of the turkeys. I love the pies. I think this would also be so cute as an all over quilting, edge to edge, right? On a table runner like that. Do you want it done even faster than the small scale? Small scale is cute. Look at that again. So cute. And I would absolutely do it if that's like screaming to you, make me, right? But then I was looking at our large scale designs, which again, remember, you can still use a 5x7 hoop for this. I'm thinking one of these, and I can't decide which one. I am loving this pumpkin and leaves one. So personally, if I were to leave the pumpkin appliques on there, I would absolutely get, one is called Autumn 1. No, I think it's Autumn 6 or 7. Boy, now I can't remember. Hold up. Let me look here. Okay, this is one. It's either, okay, I've got two. It's either autumn 6 or 7. The other one's either autumn 6 or 7. But this is the pumpkin. I think this is autumn 6, actually. And it's got the pumpkins, and just think about those pumpkins on, using plaid fabrics for those pumpkin appliques, and then adding an edge to edge all over design with these pumpkins and leaves. Gorgeous, right? Oh, I can picture it now, and I wish I had had time to make it to show you, because I think that would be so, so pretty. Of course, it's never too late. Maybe I'll do that another What's New Wednesday. But then there's autumn 7, I believe it is, and that is this one, and it doesn't have pumpkins. This is more fall-like, well, pumpkins is fall too, but this one has more of more maple leaves, more different kinds of leaves, and then the acorns added to it as well. So I don't know. What are you thinking? Acorns or pumpkins? They both have leaves. I think they're both beautiful, right? So there you go. How many are thinking that would be pretty fun to do, right? I think it would be great. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah. You guys come up with the best ideas. My goodness. Yeah, they are very nice. Let's see. Ooh, Betty Jo, I agree. She says would be beautiful in creams with satin pumpkins. Yes. And Betty Jo, please make that. That sounds amazing. I love cream pumpkins. I love, very like cream and tans and maybe a little gray in there, maybe a little black in there. I don't know. Or maybe just some browns. Ooh, I'm thinking that would be great. Yeah, so both of those are available. Plaids would be amazing for that whole thing too. Making it all in flannels would be gorgeous. Oh, absolutely, Teresa. She says make it reversible. There you go. There you go. You absolutely could do that. Ooh, Suzanne says, oh, where did that go? Oh, yeah. Kathy says she loves the acorns. Suzanne, where did you go? Okay. I'm looking at the teal pumpkins. That is so true. Teal pumpkins are in this year, you guys. And I think that would be really, really pretty. Melinda, I love it. She says the acorn background with your fuzzy squirrel on it. Yes, the fuzzy squirrels from Falling for Autumn quilt, right, Melinda? See, you guys come up with the best ideas. I love it. Okay, so I want to see what you guys make with this. If you end up doing one of these in a Jiffy projects, whichever they were, show us on the Facebook page. I think that'd be fun. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's all for today. I'm going to be seeing some of you here very, very soon. I'm leaving after this and heading out to Colorado for an event. So I hope to meet a bunch of you and give you a big hug. I'm excited about that. But before I go, I do have a giveaway for you. And that is, who wants to win? We gave these cups away, these Kimberbell cups away at a quilt market to shop owners. And I thought, well, I got to bring some back and fill it with some Kimberbell goodness, right? So I cut 5 fat quarters for you that I thought would be so darling. It kind of goes with the theme of this, right? This cup. And some of these fabrics are actually from lines that are no longer in print. So, hey, you could get some of those as well in here. Some from Make Yourself at Home, some from Vintage Flora. So anyway, these are little cups that we gave out because this is a new fabric line that we are doing with Maywood Studio, and it's called, the fabric line is called, now I can't remember, Sweet Shop. Okay. The fabric line and the bench pillow are 2 different things. Okay, the fabric line is called Sweet Shop. And here's a piece of that. These are not Sweet Shop fabrics. These are older Kimberbell fabrics from older lines that are no longer in print. But this is actually a look at what Sweet Shop fabric is going to look like. But we also have the new bench pillow coming out called Sweetheart Street. See why I got them confused? Sweetheart Street. And that's what we were advertising at Cool Market. So anyway, I brought some cups home for you guys, and I thought, what could I fill this up with? Nothing better than some Quilters candy, right? AKA fabric. So 2 of you are going to win those. And all you have to do is tell me, we talked about a lot of different themes today on the show. We talked about, of course, the new background quilting. We talked about tiny hugs projects. We talked about craft night and easy appliques. We talked about the in the Jiffy projects with the Halloween and also turning it into some Thanksgiving themes. We talked about the new, the older Perfectly Piece boxes that have some still available. Talked about a lot of things, I guess is what I should say. Tell me what thing from today's show, and it could be more than one, makes you want to go and sew. Okay? What from today's show makes you want to go and sew. Let me know in the comments here on Facebook or YouTube, and one of you on Friday will be announced as the winner of these fun cups of Quilters candy fabric. All right, so there we go. Let me know, and then we will pull 2 winners out on Friday morning, or announce 2 winners. Okay. All right. Oh, Shelly, hello. She says the fall table runners. Oh, Shelly, I hope you do it. I hope you do that, because you always make the cutest stuff, and I want to see what you end up making with that. Okay. Okay. Fall background quilting. Yes. I love the fall background quilting. In fact, I dare say that I think some of the fall background quilting designs, especially those, all of them, there's so many more out there too, but those 4 in particular, really, I love them. Absolutely love them. All right. Well, gosh, we're at the end of our hour, guys. Don't forget, I know I keep plugging this tiny hugs. We want to see your quilts. I got to get cracking on that for sure. Don't forget, of course, not what's new Wednesday. Next week, it's a full week. We've got on Monday, we've got Cassie doing our Don't Miss Monday. And, I get excited too to see what's going on sale. I never know until it goes on sale on Monday. And so I watch Cassie too and see what's happening there. So Don't Miss Monday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Facebook and YouTube. Then on Wednesday, What's New Wednesday with me, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, Facebook and YouTube. And then the very next day, October 23rd, is Craft Night with Cassie and I, and it's at 4 o'clock Mountain Time, Facebook or YouTube. All right. Also, don't forget that this Friday, you want to head to the blog if you want to see a little bit more about the details of the quiet book I did with Enchanted Winter. And then the next Friday, the 24th, is when we're going to find out about the table runner with the gingerbread. So lots of things to look forward to. I want you to be a part of all of it. And I appreciate it when you're here. I appreciate all your support over the years. You guys are amazing. I just love you. I just love you. And thank you for everything that you inspire me with as well. Keep posting those pictures on the Facebook page, because I absolutely love it. And I know a lot of more love it too. All right, everyone. I think that's all for today. If I see you in Colorado, I'll give you a big hug. Can't wait to meet you. And until then, keep doing what you love and keep experiencing the joy of creativity. Bye-bye.